All. What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji, and I am back, and I have messed up being a spectator because I'm trying to rush. We are back with another game in round 1 of the Invisible Cup, the tournament where we hide the identities of the players from each other so that they can't go in with any predetermined game sense. Map number 1 between these two players, playing as the yellow tribe in the red base. It is Landbridge and his opponent, playing as the red tribe in the yellow base. It is Invisibility. Really aggressive start coming in for the two players yet. We've got Brave Blasting coming in, as well as converts. This is what I like to see. I like to see this more aggressive forward convert being taken. Looks like a strong start for our yellow player. He's already got his Fire Warrior hut completed. Placed down a bunch of huts, but he's looking a little slow on the towers. Meanwhile, Red's getting body blocked by a Fire Warrior. Needs to convert by a Fire Warrior. He's getting the plan for his Fire Warrior hut blocked by a Wild Man. That's what I meant to say. That is the sentence. Getting Hayes Fire Warrior training hut blocked by a Wild Man. So, as you can see, yellow is building quick. Slow on the defense, but quick all the same. A little bit of shenanigans going on with both players as they fight with Braves. A little bit of Fire Warrior intervention is going to guarantee his Braves victory, though. Yellow's come back to his base to grab up the converts. And Red's taking the converts to the back of his base as well. Notably, his yellow build, or his build for this base, is significantly slower than some of the players that we've seen so far. As yellow is just placing down plenty of hut plans, though he could be placing down more. He's still finishing up his convert, so he's certainly not a what we would call fast player. Bit of Fire Warrior fisticuffs going on in the middle here as yellow tries to build a forward tower. I love Fire Warriors when they get in fights because they always do this whole slow motion thing. This Brave's embarrassing. He wants to move out of the zoom in. Brave does go down, but as we can see, the towers are starting to be built. Hopefully, they're not being filled, though. In fact, this Fire Warrior is being pushed forward to kill some population. I don't know what's going on here. Nutty game. Players have both just been on each other's Braves, like, all game. It's ridiculous. What are you doing? Just... Right, well, certainly these players have not been playing standard. There's been Brave Blasting, there's been Convert Stealing, and there's been Fire Warriors being pulled to the front lines to help in Brave fistfights. Absolutely nutty. But it looks like that hasn't stopped Yellow, who has built out more of his base, and he's even got his Warrior training hut up as well. We're going to have a look at Red, and it has stopped Red. All this micromanagement has really slowed Red down. Did get a second Fire Warrior training hut by placing towers tactically, and is building out this strip a little more, but the amount that's not here is just obscene. Double Tornado coming out from Yellow, going to take out both of those towers. Double Ghost Shaman, the follow-up. I don't know which Shaman's real, I stopped watching. Yellow has got the APM to harvest trees. That has to be said to their credit. Red building a warrior training hut now. Not the standard location for a warrior training hut, but a location all the same. Could be valid. Second warrior training hut coming out for Landbridge. His Invisibility Shaman is down on the side strip. Feels that this is the real Shaman. Could be correct. Could be wrong. We'll find out in a second. It was not. You have chosen poorly. And the real Shaman is going to make a push on the front of Red's base. Ghost Army goes down to distract the towers. Tornado comes out from Yellow, drawing plenty of tower fire. I don't think Red is shift-clicking his fire warriors at all. A single Yellow warrior is going to get in and be a bit of a nuisance. But Yellow knows how to back off. Nice little poke from Yellow and retreat. Red's defense now looking a little thin on the front line. In fact, Red's defense is looking a little thin all around. I liked what Red did here, building this out really quickly with the use of well-placed towers, but otherwise being very slow. You know, the back of the base still not really completed. In fact, look at Yellow's base. Well, Shamans are getting into battle. Ghost Army does annoy both Shamans, in fact, as they both end up going into the water. But anyway, we're going into Worldview. We can see one hut is starting to upgrade, but the building is so slow for Red right now. 6 minutes in. Yellow's almost finished his base. Pop TB Landbridge going to build a hut. Oh, he's going to start building out his side strip. I definitely say the advantage early on is Landbridge's. He's playing quite aggressively across the map. He's even getting towers on the high ground. You know how much I love those towers because of 1.5 and then being able to shoot. So, warriors down on the side strip. Going to get picked up by a couple of red warriors, and the fight underneath the tower is going to ensure that they win, but there's a lot more warriors to come. In fact, Red's getting stretched thin because now his Shaman wants to defend over here, but she's not going to be able to. There are enough red warriors, actually, that they might be able to get the kill on all those Yellow's warriors before too much population goes down. Ghost spamming being done here. Yellow does go down as a result. Red Shaman going to be pushing forward into the base. These fire warriors not being shift-clicked either. So they're not shooting at the Shamans, they're being very easily distracted by ghosts. Yellow has built his base quicker, but he could be taking the first real damaging attack. Warriors from Yellow continue to run by, and they have done a good job at taking out the red defense. But not filling your fire warriors means the Earthquake is going to go down from Red here. And it does bugger all. Sets fire to a hut. It's unfortunate for Red. That's actually not a bad EQ placement if it goes this way, because you get quite a bit of damage. And Red was going to die anyway. These towers on the hill, once they're filled with fire warriors, they're going to be very annoying to push into. Yellow Shaman is alive. Does it look like she wants to do anything? No, I don't think so. I don't think we have that fortune. Yellow's warriors patrolling around the high ground of the middle strip. Red is trying to build out his base, and it looks like he's at the very least sent Braves to the correct huts, because a Brave working here would mess up the huts. So he's done a good job about making sure the hut plans don't mess each other up, at the very least. Red Shaman is alive. She's going to throw down the Landbridge immediately. These towers aren't filled. I don't know what the ghosts are hoping to do there. Oh, we got a resync. Doesn't normally happen in our games. The ghost spamming is real. Warriors spreading about. More ghosts coming out from... Red really likes his ghosts, is what I've learned. Yellow opting, because the shaman is stuck on the high ground, to get pushed in the water. Never mind. I'm going to say Yellow was making a smart play in trying to go for a trade while Red was preoccupied. Yellow just got pushed into water. If the game resyncs, I should repeat the commentary same as last time. I don't think so. So, Worldview tells us that Yellow has started his upgrading. He's got a fair few medium huts and even got some large huts already. Red's upgrading. Also on the way. Good couple of medium huts as well as some large huts. Large huts on the side strip as well. Lots of warriors from Red, some of which are ghosts. Could get in here and cause a little bit of havoc among the Yellow base. Yellow Shaman has respawned. She is going to not answer the Shaman. Instead push forward herself. Directly into tower range. Excellent move. Red Shaman is alive. She's going to throw down a couple of sets of ghosts. Luke Hill's bet is on me because I'm about to get Volcano. Oh, it's shocking how close to Volcano we actually managed to get in the last cast. But anyway, looks like Yellow's still got a little bit of space that he could be building out on his side strip. He needs to be focusing on his upgrades now. That is incredibly important. Large run by warriors. Here we go, spreading out as well. They're spreading nicely across Yellow's base. Everyone hears us say bad trooping and you're wondering what is good trooping like. That's better. See how spread out the warriors are. They're not going to be taking splash damage from the fire warriors in towers. That's an example of better trooping. This is... I don't know why you do this. So, Shaman is blasting warriors. She manages to clear up the run by. But she took a lot of damage as a result. Be interesting to see what Landbridge opts to do next. Clearing out the ghosts that were messing around in the tower. Both bases pretty well established, pretty well built. Good amount of upgrading coming as well. Got ghosts coming out from Yellow to distract a couple of the towers. Even more ghosts coming out. These two players like their ghost army, that is for sure. Look at that. Ghosts, 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 ghosts. Both Shamans trading blasts. Red performing the blast trick. Yellow also, I don't know, doing his own thing. Getting pushed around by ghosts even more. Gets a direct blast onto Red. Red Shaman's still alive. Another blast onto Red. Another blast onto Yellow. Are these two Shamans just not taking damage? Oh, we saw some stars for a second there. I don't know what this blast duel is. Blast from Red directly onto Yellow Shaman. Follow-up blast from Yellow. Oh, manages to get one last blast before he goes down. Lots of warriors at the front for Red, though. They're going to separate themselves, sort of. No, never mind. I don't know what they're doing. A couple of them go into one of the towers. The other... I don't know. This is some weird movement I can't really predict. Yellow warriors killing that warrior of Reds as a number of Red warriors patrol in a circle on Red's side. Yellow has once again respawned. It looks like he's been investing more time into upgrading his base. We've got plenty of large huts here now. Still a couple of smalls that should be taken care of. We go over to red and it's more or less the same. And so yellow has upgraded more. Sorry, I need to remember to allow myself to breathe so that I don't keep yawning. It's not a commentary of this cast, I swear. So, Earthquake comes out from red onto the side strip. Yellow opts to use a Landbridge to save it, but I really think that's just made things worse instead of better. That path's super janky now. Populations, yellow 109, 102 for red. Thank you, Richard. Quick population update. Those of you who wonder what's the difference when I can't use the overlay, it's when I forget to set myself as a... Lightning misses that group of warriors. It's when I forget to set myself as an observer. And I'm just sat here charging the volcano of shame. Ghost getting some good pushes on the shaman, almost get her into the water even from a mile away. Blast going down onto a fire warrior. I did want to order some pizza in between these games, Loot Hill, but I'm not going to be able to do that now because the first game was so late and we're way behind, so I'm just going without food tonight. Which is fine. I've done it before. I can do it again. So, we've got Landbridges. We've got a side door coming out from red. It looks like yellow is using a Landbridge of his own to open up this path a little bit more. Does make trooping slightly easier for your opponent, but then once you can cover it in towers, then it does do a little bit better. So, Yellow Shaman looks like she's not doing too much. She's just chasing red around the map. She's quite hesitant, Shaman, I must say. There was some promise early on with the early tornado aggression, followed by the way the warriors were being used, but I think that's all been forgotten now as the game started to get a little bit more unusual, the players out of their comfort zone. Lightning from yellow does find the kill onto the red shaman. Red is smart enough to run his warriors away. A couple of ghosts going to be pushing the yellow shaman around. Fire warrior on the high ground going to be harassing her as well. Just all of the minor irritations you can to interfere with a shaman, disrupt her, etc. etc. So we got lots of warriors running around in a circle. They're now in a very vulnerable position. Yellow might want to try to get them as they group up. There's the lightning, and there they go. Well-placed lightning from yellow, and well-timed as well, waiting for all the warriors to get grouped up. Yellow does go down to the fire warriors in huts. We take another look at the bases. We can see that a little bit more upgrading has happened for red. There's still a whole bunch of huts here that could be upgraded. You've got the wood to do it, so do it. Wow, I'm lost. Red is pushing forward into some towers using a patient swarm. Yellow has upgraded most of his base as well. Now, here we go. Red is going to be attacking. Let's have a quick look at what towers are filled. Warrior in that tower. Some interesting choice. Lakai. Double earthquake coming out from the red shaman onto the defense. There really was nothing there to earthquake. But it does mess up all this high ground. This high ground's a lot less defensible now. There's a ghost shaman over here. Not anymore. It does mess up all the high ground. So we got a swarm coming out as a lightning comes out from yellow, finds a kill onto red shaman. Yellow shaman now going to be able to push into the red base. Warriors still doing all sorts of damage. Yellow's doing a terrible job of actually clearing out these warriors. He's actually losing a lot of defense as a result of it, which means red's next attack could be devastating. Double swarm comes out for our yellow player. Fire warriors. Firing. 1 earthquake. 2 earthquakes. We could be in for another long series if this keeps up, guys. Whoa. Both players chipping away at each other's fronts. Good blasts from red, clearing up all the warriors of yellow. I was hoping that one of these 2 players was a professional and the other one was not, so that we could have like unbelievably quick games to get us back on track. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Looks like both these players are probably mid-ranked players. There's moments of brilliance, but followed by indecision. Landbridge from yellow to try and rebuild some of the high ground. Red just says wham bam, thank you ma'am, and takes a kill. Double swarm coming out from red onto the defense. Lots of warriors as well. The shaman does in fact actually go down because she doesn't protect herself too much from the fire warriors. But look at all these warriors and there's not a defense to stop them getting in. I swear to God, if all those warriors had gone into that tower, I'd have been so angry. Look at this. Red dealing a good damage. Good damaging attack. Gonna get all of these warriors into the main base of yellow and start actually killing some population. That's what I like to see. Good warrior run by. It doesn't matter if these warriors go down because they've gotten in amongst the braves. The cat amongst the pigeons. Look at the death. Look at the destruction. Good damage from red. Doesn't look like it because no fancy shaman spells are being cast, but that is devastating. Really wish I had my UI to check just how many braves went down there. Lightning comes out once again. Yellow goes down. Red may just secure the game here because red's going to be able to push in here. Fire warriors are annoying the shaman. Please pay attention to your shaman as you attack. No, it's going to get pushed. Earthquake does go down though onto the large hut, so it should do some damage. Never mind. Earthquake carries on. Anyway. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I count that one? Hold on. Got to start again. Oh, invisibility paused. Sec. Sorry. Excellent. Well timed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 towers to 13 towers, but I like red's towers a whole lot more than I like yellow's. Let's be honest, right? I'm surprised that yellow... Oh no, yellow has. It just didn't see it in the world view. Yellow has started to try to build out this strip. He's still got control of the middle, but these towers aren't really all full. This one's got 1 fire warrior in it. There's no fire warrior in either of these. So this is like pretend defense. If there's no fire warriors in your towers, those towers may as well not even exist. We've got warriors coming in. How far into this game are we? We're about 23 minutes in. Oh, we are running behind. Even more warriors coming in from red. This is less good. This attack he did over here was pretty decent because it got a lot of the population. This is just wasteful. Red warriors going towards the middle to try and secure it. red wasting time. Another Landbridge. Can build another tier of defenses. It's good for red because the more red makes himself impossible to attack, the more likely he is to win this game. A couple of swarms come out, scattering the warriors around. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to do that. Scattered warriors are annoying, but it does do some health damage as well, so those warriors are now immediately going to be weaker. Whatever fight that they get themselves into. Large trooping of warriors going towards the red base. But there's plenty of fire warriors and towers here. I suspect that they will be able to be fine. Lakai coming out from the red shaman onto the side of yellow. Yellow using a Landbridge to try to save it. Yellow warrior does go down. Red warriors look like they are going to make a play for the side of yellow's defense. This confuses me. The reason this confuses me is because we talked about the defense. Oh no, never mind. I guess all of this has just been built. Probably is the most vulnerable part of yellow's base. What I was going to say. I won't back down from looking like a dick. What I was going to say is this is the bit of yellow's base that's defended, whereas the front wasn't. But I guess all these towers have been built now. A little bit more reason. Lightning's traded by the two shamans. Red shaman does go down, giving yellow shaman an opportunity to move around the map. What yellow shaman has completely ignored, however, is the large amount of red warriors on the middle. Now, yellow does know those warriors were there because yellow challenged them slightly earlier. Fortunately, I complimented red for his trooping earlier on. I'm taking it back now. Terrible. They're all stood on the same tile getting shot by fire warriors, so they're all going to be unbelievably weak, and so many of them are just going to die. Yeah, so many stars already. Earthquake coming out from yellow as he goes down in the attack. He earthquakes the defense and gets defense. Red's fine with this position, of course. He can still build towers here. He can still build a lot of them, in fact. And he's also got his forward wave of towers as well. His warriors on the run by. They've finally been cleaned up because they weren't controlled terribly well. Three warrior training huts coming out from red. This red player really wants to win with troops. It's the decision that he made when he went into this game. I'm going to win with troops. Oh, lightning misses from yellow. Red shaman still alive. Red shaman finds the kill with a lightning of his own. Let's see what red opts to do with this. He's controlled a single warrior into battle with a warrior. Double ghost going down to distract the towers. Triple ghost. Swarm as well. Earthquake on the defense. Double earthquake on the defense. And then red shaman goes down. Not ideal. Both of these players making it difficult to get themselves into the bases with their use of earthquakes. Whew. Red's gone nuts with the towers. Red's building so many towers on the front. That is begging to be EQ'd right there. Look at that. That's nutty. Can't you build a hut here? That's a hut, right, guys? Hut here, and then hut here. Ghost coming out from red as yellow clears his middle fortifications. It looks like we might be having a base trade between these two players. More ghosts coming out. Lightning onto one of the towers. This is going to be a damaging attack, potentially. Landbridge coming out from red. Earthquake coming out from red as well. Yellow's running his population to the back of his base. You don't... What the hell? I don't know where that shaman went. You typically don't run your population on pressure point because, I don't know, it's just a risk. Shaman ascended into the heavens and then just, I don't know, died. It was weird. Volcano of Shame is about a quarter charged. Yellow Shaman is pushing in. Throws down a ghost to distract the towers as the swarm actually empties out those towers, and then throws an EQ on the defense anyway. Why use all your mana to clear the defense if you're then just going to earthquake the defense? Long Landbridge from red. Giving him plenty of space for huts if he wants it. Don't think I've ever seen that before. Keep right-clicking my shaman. Oh man, we missed it! Another warrior run by from red as a bunch of troops get into yellow's base and have probably killed a bunch of population. Earthquake coming out from red onto yellow's defense. I don't hate that as much as I normally hate earthquaking on towers if red keeps up the troop production. His warrior run-bys have actually been very good for him. And they are forcing yellow to make a lot of warriors as well. It's still not what I would consider the most efficient way to play Populous, but hey, it's a way to play Populous. Lightning comes out. Follow-up lightning from red does find the kill. Yellow Shaman does go down. We're 30 minutes into this game. Blasts to follow up. Blasting from the red shaman, going to continue to give her an opportunity to push in. Earthquake onto the warrior training hut. I do think this is red's game to lose. Red has got a significant advantage over yellow here. Someone in my chat at the start of this game made a joke about converting fire warriors, and there it was. There was the convert on the fire warrior. Red's warrior control means that he just has complete and total control of the map. Yellow barely has a base anymore and barely has any defense, and Yellow's sending the entire armada of warriors to deal with that little warrior run-by. Which is not what I would call the smartest trooping. Whoa, very almost connecting with the lightning onto the yellow shaman there. Pretty sure red killed more of his own warriors there than yellow's. Well, nicely placed light by yellow. As red's EQ takes out a large hut and damages the warrior training hut for his warriors to be able to clean up. Plenty of yellow warriors now going to be alive for yellow to launch the counter-attack now that red is dead. But remember, red did die by water, which means the shaman is going to respawn slightly faster than she would normally. Yellow's like, I'm going to take a detour from my attack path to lightning these two towers. And the Fire warriors in huts are causing a lot of problems for yellow right now. Landbridge from yellow going to get them into red's base. Meanwhile, red is counter-attacking. Throwing down earthquakes. Yellow has died after getting off their EQ onto red's expansion. Red Shaman is low health. She's seeing stars as she tries to push into the yellow base. She's having a bit of a hard time of it by the looks of it. Yeah, she's having so much of a hard time of it that she's just going to sod this and earthquakes. Well, gets the tower she was having problems with, I suppose. These warriors going to be able to take out a tower completely. That's a nice little pickup for the red shaman. Yellow shaman is alive and with the high ground advantage is going to throw down 2 lightnings and actually miss. Yellow's starting to panic now as the shaman kills are just not there. Actually gives a boost to red who EQs nothing. It's lowering the height of yellow's ground. Yellow's starting to run out of a base really. Lots of warriors could get in here and cause a bit of havoc, I suspect. But I definitely think that red has won this game. Red, of course, being Invisibility. Red earthquaking that warrior training hut again. Red's been getting a little bit unlucky with these EQs as they fail to get the warrior training hut 2 times now. Did burn a whole bunch of trees, that is true. The warrior run by that we talked about looks like it's going to be happening, and this lone warrior that was here ages ago is actually going to get this warrior training hut, in fact. 3 warrior training huts out of red, but not actually using all of them. This yellow shaman is unaffected by the swarm that gets thrown down. Lightning from red does find the kill onto yellow shaman. This means red could push in, potentially update the score. No. Red doesn't want to attack with 36 minutes in, but red doesn't want to attack. One earthquake. Just the one earthquake and it creates a bunch of water. One, 2, 3 towers at the front for yellow. Probably a good time to start attacking at the front again. This would be the good time to have a 4 stack of lightnings. 1 for the shaman, 3 for the towers. Maybe a firestorm if you're that bad at dealing with loose fire warriors. Lightning catches yellow walking up a hill. This is red's opportunity. Use the high ground, red. Use the high ground, red. Use the high ground, red. There you go. Who's a big boy? Fire warrior fell into the hole. Normal warrior even. Go on. In you go, red. Yeah, he's going to get into the base. Nice, easy path, in fact. Let's see what the shaman does. 1 earthquake. Does she have another one? Shaman's looking a little drunk. Meanwhile, we have red warriors on the side also doing damage over here. Oh, yellow. Yellow's still patrolling his population. Red's hunting the population. This is why you don't... Haha! Jokes. Lots of red warriors, though. They've spotted the yellow population as well. They're hunting it down. Yellow's going to be stuck, busy, trying to deal with the warriors instead of being able to launch a counterattack. Yellow's definitely not in a position to win this game. Look at Red's. Red has a wall of towers. And just more and more secure. Red goes down, Yellow manages to find the lightning, but there's so many warriors in his base. I don't know, I think Yellow's desire to stay into this game is just a bit of wishful thinking. Population's 92 for Yellow, but 188 for Red right now. Getting to the territory, Red's firestorms are going to start coming in. Yellow's been struggling before Firestorm starts getting cast. How are you going to deal with a shaman that starts wasting Firestorms everywhere? Yellow does go down, however. Yellow cleared up by the presence of Fire Warriors. Even more warriors from Red. Just keep training warriors. Yet Red has got all 3 warrior training huts actually working right now. Producing warriors for him to run across the map. Throws down a ghost army. Lightning onto the tower. Blast onto a fire warrior. More lightnings. Into more fire warriors. Looks like Red is going to get into this base yet again, wasting an earthquake on the bits that he's already earthquaked. Double earthquake out from Red. Yellow does secure the kill. I know those earthquakes not really doing terribly much, but gives you an idea of the state of this game. Honestly, if I was Yellow, I would surrender, but then I'm mindful of the fact that there are other games to play. We're only 1 game in and we are already late for our next set. So Yellow's going to patrol on what little high ground he actually has remaining. In fact, he's going to throw out a lightning and fail to kill... Oh no, it wasn't on the shaman, it was on warriors. These warriors that are giving Yellow so much trouble. Lightning from the Red Shaman doesn't quite find the kill. Follow-up lightning from Red does, however. Fireware's going to harass the Shaman a little bit, but I doubt she'll die here. She shouldn't die here. It's just a couple of Fire Warriors. You don't need the high ground anymore unless you've got a Landbridge in the chamber. The high ground's actually just going to probably give you more reason to die. Or you're just going to EQ the same spots that you've already earthquaked to death. And there you go. Yellow's warriors have cleared up the red run by, but Yellow is running low on warriors. He's only got the 1 warrior training. Oh no, he has got the second one. He's repaired this one. It's infuriating that Red has not put a hut there. Even a warrior training hut, you like those. So it looks like Yellow's going to launch a counter-attack. Going to try to get into these towers. Throws down a swarm. The swarm will empty a couple of them. Lightning's traded between the shamans. Tornado from Yellow onto one of the forward Forward towers. Red, building a tower down here just because he can. Yellow finds the lightning onto Red's Shaman, prolonging the inevitable a little bit, but Red has warriors in base. And these warriors I don't think have been identified. Yellow's so busy attacking that these warriors can actually end up doing a little bit of annoyance. Oh no, they've been given a move order. Never mind. Earthquake coming out from Yellow onto the towers. And he goes down. He takes one too many Fire Warrior shots, and that spells the end of life for his Shaman. Meanwhile, Red has just so many warriors everywhere. Yellow has trained warriors, but Yellow doesn't have the population to keep up. The Volcano of Shame is about a third done. Population's 86 to Yellow, 194 for Red. Thank you, stream chat, for keeping me in the know, because I was so desperate to rush this game to try and get us back on time that I didn't do anything. I didn't take a toilet break. I didn't rest my throat. I just went straight in. I did the bands in about 30 seconds and forgot to click spectator. Yeah, it's called the Volcano of Shame. Volcano of Shame. If you forget to create yourself as a spectator, it's shameful, and if the spectator gets to a point where they can actually cast it, it's shameful. The Volk of Shame. Shame for both people. There is a hotkey to, like, follow a unit. But I think you can only follow units that are yours. It's not pizza time, guys, I said. Told you my plans for the evening. Warriors, killing fire warriors, killing fire warriors, killing fire warriors. Tornado from Yellow manages to get the fire warrior training hut, but then Yellow immediately dies shortly thereafter. JK. Doesn't even get the fire warrior training hut. Red loves this hill. And he abandons his beloved hill to go and deal with those warriors, but it looks like with the death of Yellow, oh, that's a nice long Landbridge, except for the Shaman takes a bunch of damage because she got pushed. Red's getting scared. What? Okay, Red was getting scared, but why is Red that scared? Yellow Shaman does go down. Red struggling to deal with a Fire Warrior. You don't need to worry about that Fire Warrior, dude. Get into the base and do some damage, my friend. Yellow says GG and surrenders. Game number 1 goes to Invisibility. We're going to go straight into game number. Fantastic. Towers have been built. Okay. Here we go. So, it looks like the players are building... Ah, no, Yellow is building way faster, actually. 9 hertz to 3. 41 pop to 40. Need a player with a spell in the chamber, though. Red has got some Fire Warriors. My chat is obsessed with pizza right now, and I've got no idea why. Okay. More converting being done by the red player, and I imagine the same. Looks like Yellow's probably picked up all the converts that he's going to get. Oh no, he gets a nice 4 stack. Shut up, Lovenji. What do you know about this game? Bugger all. Yellow's taken the time to use his resources to harvest all the trees as well. He's built a nice wave of defense, but he hasn't actually filled any of the towers yet. His Fire Warrior training hut's only just done. He's getting a couple of Fire Warriors in there as we speak. Red, on the mean hand, has been much quicker. He's getting the defense all around, and he's actually even filled some of the Fire Warrior. I don't have... Guys, I don't have pizza. I have a bottle of water. Ah, Right, that's much better. Here we go. Red Shaman is looking to secure the middle position for herself. Yellow Fire Warrior is going to come up, maybe to contest her, or maybe Yellow didn't realise he'd already filled the tower. The latter most certainly looking like the case. Yellow has his first EQ. Red does not. Red does not have an EQ, in fact. 12 huts to 19. 54 pop to 50. I imagine an EQ is on the way for Red. It certainly has not arrived yet. Red's probably loaded a chamber with 4 ghost armies if the last game was anything to go by. And there's his EQ as well. So he's got his 4 ghosts, he's got his EQ. He's going to be sitting comfortable, I think. It's absolutely zero harvesting coming in from our red player, which could be detrimental to him in the long run. Yellow is not only building faster, but has actually done a little bit of harvesting. Not the best harvesting in the world, but a little bit of harvesting. So the ghosts come down for our red player. Throws down a blast. Knocks the Fire Warriors aside, throws down another blast. That one was a ghost. Yellow Shaman trying to contest. Should have probably just dipped into the tower. I told you Red had a full stack of ghosts. And there they go. Getting the Shaman kill. Red actually still alive, but we all know what's going to happen. Red's going to come up here and EQ this. We all know that Red's going to EQ this. Why are we going to pretend that he's not? Red doing the same thing that he did in the previous game. He's got warriors there. Oh, there you go. There's the EQ. And that's a good EQ. As much as I like to make fun of EQs on defenses, what this does is it completely destroys this hill. You know, this isn't a high ground advantage hill anymore. You look at this for red. Now you look at this for yellow. Just completely lost that high ground advantage with that hill. And creates one nice flat path for trooping, which appears to be what Red's plan is going to be in the long run. Red has trained plenty of warriors, and Red was doing that in the last game as well. 31 huts to 22, so Red has continued to build where Yellow has actually stopped building a little bit. 23 even. 1 EQ, 1 swarm, 2 tornadoes in the chamber for Yellow. Nothing for Red, because he keeps casting ghosts and nothing else. You guys want a lesson on how to hamper your own mana growth? It's right there, just keep casting ghosts at nothing. It could be interesting to see if our red player opts for a Landbridge. The reason being is when you're playing with troops, you really want more than one path, because then you get catch the Shaman on one path, troop down the other path. That's kind of the dream situation. Ooh, Ghost Warriors is a nice suggestion, forcing Yellow to use Swarm. Ghost units have the health of the unit that they're a ghost of, so Ghost Warriors are incredibly tanky for Fire Warrior shots. Still die the second combat actually begins in melee, but they will absorb a million tower shots. Lightning from Red does secure the kill onto Yellow, but that was all Red had in the mana pool because he's training so many warriors, and here we go, 9 warriors just going to pour in. This could be a damaging attack. You know, not every damaging attack has to have spells, as these red warriors separate themselves out and amongst the towers, but it looks like Yellow has trained warriors of his own, but they're all stacked together. Shaman's just going to blast a couple. Doesn't look like she gets any kills, and in fact she does go down to the Fire Warriors, so the attack from Red isn't going to do very much at all. Yellow did have warriors of their own in position to stop this and slow it right on down. You know, I like red's position except for one thing. Can you guess what it is from previous casts that I've done? What's wrong with this view that you see here? Other than it's in bird view. That's right, not a single tree in all of Redland. Not a single tree. Every single one of them has been cut down, whereas Yellow's still maintaining a small pool of trees. Yellow actually stopped building, which is why we saw Red pull ahead with the structure lead. And Yellow's just chilling on a lesser amount of huts that he is upgrading with trees that he is harvesting. Red, on the other hand, is still building. These are all plans that Red has put down. All of his huts need to upgrade as well. He's going to be on no trees for the rest of the game. Sex says invisibility. This is the second time he's pausing. I might start using the disable pausing feature for tournament games. Tournament game, no pausing. What do you guys think? Disable pausing for tournament games? TY321, terrible countdown. Red must be an AVA player because only AVA players do that shitty countdown. Three, two, one. All in one message. It's not a good countdown, guys. 3, 2, 1, all in one message is not counting down. You might as well have just typed go. Anyway, looks like a good attack from Yellow is going to get right past a Red's defense. Tornado onto one hut. Earthquake. Double Earthquake onto Red, and Red's got bugger all wood, so all this damage may as well be permanent. Whoa, Red goes down as well. Swarm of Yellow Warriors is going to come in, and it looks like they might end this game quickly in dealing damage to Red, because all the damage that Red takes here is pretty much permanent. Warriors trickling in from the Yellow player. Looks like they have done... Oh yeah, look at that population difference, guys. 67. Pop. Whoop. To 0. To 94. Yellow's even using Fire Warriors to trickle in. Nice lightning from our Yellow player. Oh, and he's even cancelling his blasts as well. This is a nice move, strong move, confident move, bringing all these Fire Warriors forward to continue the attack and continue the aggression. So it looks like we're going to a game 3 here as well, guys. Maybe when we're trying to get ourselves on track, we're going to game 3 a second time in a row. Red's got no wood whatsoever. He overbuilt his base and then lost control. Look at these Fire Warriors patrolling as well. Oh, well cast Tornado to get the Braves to push the Shaman so that the lightning doesn't miss. Second lightning doesn't connect either. Earthquake coming out from the Yellow player, dealing significant damage to the base of Red. This is GG now. Red should just GG out, but I don't think he's going to. Oh! Is it me, or has yellow just suddenly become a pro? Am I being generous there? Was that a whole lot of luck? Was yellow holding back in the first game? Red says GG. Please use the surrender function if you're going to say GG. There is the surrender out of red. We go to a game 3 between Landbridge and Invisibility. What is up, everyone? It's Lovenji Gaming here, and we are back. Game number 3 between these two players for Populous Beginnings Invisible Cup. We're still in round 1 at the moment, and we've had a couple of long and arduous games as part of this stream. Playing as the yellow tribe in the yellow position. Just taking up that last game quite decisively. It is Pop TB Landbridge. His opponent. Score is currently 1-2-1. Playing as the red tribe in the green base. It's Pop TB Invisibility. So here we are. 4 Walls is the final map of this series. Poor Bloodlust and Fire Warrior, they logged in on time, and we're running an hour behind schedule at the moment. Well, actually, technically, 25 minutes behind schedule. But by the time this game is done, probably an hour behind schedule. Braves going in, building the early defenses. It looks like good, strong convert coming out from yellow. 26, in fact, red being way slower here. Red hasn't even gone to the other base for a convert yet. He's still trying to finish up his main base convert. Probably not the smartest thing to do. Yellow's already on his way over. No, Yellow's changed his mind. My chat being so sweet right now. Sorry, I'm not commenting on the game because I've been reading chat. My chat being so sweet right now because this has been a long stream. We've been going since 5 PM and it's 9:30 right now in this time, and they're all trying to order me a pizza. Stop it, guys. Sweet, but stop it. So we've got 23 pop coming in for red to the 30 of yellow. 8 huts to 7. Both players being pretty slow and reserved on how they want to take this game right now. Rear, Fire, Warrior, Training Hut, that's pretty standard for 4 walls. Yellow's not gone into this base and cleaned up the convert, I don't think. Red! Red is terrified of getting attacked early. Red is covering this in towers. He wants to go and build in the other base, I suspect. But you have to remember, although whether these players are good enough to take advantage of it is another thing, but you have to remember this map is much wider, so while it seems like really easy and really overpowered to take both bases, it's not actually the case, because if you spread yourself too thin, you've got to defend multiple locations. And the more population that you actually have over here, the more that's going to get killed when you get sighted. A shaman can only be in one location at once. It looks like red is sneaking forward. I don't know what he hopes to do, he doesn't even have an earthquake yet. Just testing to see if yellow's paying attention, I suppose. Neither player has an earthquake. Fire Warrior in a tower does reveal that red is being sneaky. Red's taken 2 Fire Warrior shots, so he has to be careful of the direct blast. What a well-timed blast trick coming out from red there. That looked fancy. Now, was that skill or was that fluke? We'll find out. So yellow's just finishing up his main base. We'll see how he opts to play this. We've seen players just building both bases at once. We've seen players slowly crawl their base over. Red's not paying attention, but the blasts, both of the blasts miss, and the red's still using convert because I reckon red Red was not charging blasts, and he loses that shaman duel by default by just spamming convert. That's funny as all heck. Yellow shaman is going to push forward, and I'm going to scroll at the edge of the screen by accident. Triple fire warrior going to fire at the shaman. Shaman's not going to be able to kill these in time. She's actually going to go down. Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah, she is going to go down. She did have an earthquake in the chamber, but she didn't want to cast it on the edges. That fire warrior dipping into the tower secures the kill. So there's some arguing between the community as to what spell you should charge and when. Different players of different skills have different opinions, and I think a lot of it does come from valid places of knowledge. I think we can all agree that you want to charge Blast. I'm pretty sure not a single professional player is going to doubt me when I say Blast is a pretty important spell to charge. Fire Warrior is going to be shooting on the Shaman. That's 2 Fire Warrior shots. Don't take 2 more. In most instances, that's a death. Yellow's got a little bit more space for huts that he could be using. He's not building in the second base at all. Red's put some towers there, but he's not actually using that base. So, yellow has the earthquake. Green has nothing because green is dead. As does red. 44 to 36 population. 6 minutes into 4 walls. There's the first earthquake of the game. It's on the defense, as it's pretty normal. So, looks like Invisibility is going to push in using his Ghost Berets to distract the towers. They're actually not going to be able to, although they do force the Fire Warrior to leave. Get a good blast on in there. Red then retreats. Red knows he doesn't have any spells, so you know he's not trying to force anything too quickly as he starts to build in the second base. Just my chat actively guessing. Players are Invisibility and Landbridge. Landbridge is yellow, Invisibility is red. It's 1-1. We are running a little bit late at the moment. Bloodlust is waiting to take on Fire Warrior patiently within the lobby. Oh, nice little brass trick there. Don't know what these blasts are aimed at, but they are... Ooh! Ho, 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 ho. Yellow's starting to go and build in the second base as well. Now both of these players were concerned that it elongates the game. And I don't think it does when you have capable players at the helm because of the potential for side doors and other varying attacks. Yellow does actually have 2 Landbridges, so yellow could look for a side door. Especially onto red space over here. Troops could run absolute chaos all over this. Red has been doing the blast trick a good few times. Backhand forth. We'll have to see what happens. There is a little bit of building space here that you can be using. Everyone's throwing their viewer points to the wind. You can use those for valuable rewards, except you can't. They are just for fun. Yellow Shaman moving around. She's alive, but I don't know if she knows where she wants to go. She's got the 2 Landbridges and a Tornado. She doesn't have anything really damaging right now. I definitely agree with having the means to strip out this defense Because this is just nonsense to try to push into. More earthquake spam coming out from our red player. Red somehow surviving all of that and then dying to a tower. His earthquake spam getting him killed there. Yellow looking for the side, but yellow doesn't have any spells. Don't reveal your hand too early. You'd redeem a duel with Lovenji. So, I don't get this. I don't get why you're revealing the side door when you don't have the spells to actually make advantage of this. Though this could open up possible warrior paths later on into the game. Maybe that's what yellow wants to do. Make red scared, but you've got to remember, once you made this land, it can be built on. And if it can be built on, it can be fortified. Population 79 to 61. Yellow's got the advantage despite not building in the second base quickly. Shows the importance of upgrading. As you can see, he's got many medium huts and even a couple of large huts at the back of his base. Red has built in the second base, but very slowly. And he's not even finished building out his main base, really. And his upgrading is much less quick. Ghost spam coming out from our yellow player, trying to secure an advantage over red. Red has one earthquake, but no other spells. Yellow had a lightning and a couple of tornadoes. Why are you backing off after your fire warrior, your braves distract the towers? Double tornado coming out from yellow. Yellow does go down, but he takes out some of the side door defense. Now red has, because red doesn't know how to build the green base, he has actually left himself a lot of space for extra towers. So, you know, silver linings. Some players go back and forth whether you build the extra huts here for the population or you leave that space for towers. I mean, look at that. 6 towers immediately going down for red there. Yeah, red is rocking 4 warrior training huts right now. Good spot prime. Plenty of warriors, could be an opportunity later on in the game. Pop, 30 houses even to 38, 79 pop to 95. Yellow has definitely been faster on the upgrading, which means yellow is going to have a little bit more mana in the chamber to play with. But yellow's not a very confident player, so it would seem, as yellow's only spells are lightnings. Misses one lightning, throws out a second maybe? No? Yes? No? 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 No. Keith is once again spreading misinformation, as Keith always does. Joke's on you for trusting Keith. Invisibility has been read all 3 games. Don't need that overlay because the player names are irrelevant. Yellow actually dies trying to cast his EQ. The vast majority of Red's towers are empty. One place Red hasn't got empty towers is this nonsense. This is just stupid. Blast coming out from both shamans, neither one actually managing to connect with the shaman. Yellow ascends to the heavens, but doesn't get anything done. And yellow actually has 2 Landbridges. Did yellow spectate the earlier cast when we talked about opening paths for warriors? Madness, this shaman duel. I'm not sure if it's a comedy of errors or some like next level high skill stuff, and red actually dies to proxy damage. Fascinating. So we'll see the double LB from yellow here. I would hope that yellow doesn't use his EQ over here. You know, your troops can do this. Looks like a fire warrior has been shift-clicked onto the shaman. The other fire warrior stayed in the tower and got hit by a lightning. Don't earthquake the same spot that your warriors are going in. Please don't earthquake the same spot that your warriors are going in. 27 warriors for yellow, 8 warriors for red. So significant warrior push is the objective from yellow right now. 131 population to 107. Both shamans are alive. What does red shaman opt to do? This is what we were talking about in one of the previous casts, where we were saying this base is so far away that it's hard to defend. And actually, if a lot of your population is tied up here, it puts you on the back foot immediately. But we've got the counter from red. Let's have a little look at what red has. He has double earthquake as his spells, as well as 3 swarms. Yellow rocking less devastating spells. And actually, yellow has gone down, which might be good for yellow, because yellow can now get back eventually to defend. Meanwhile, these yellow warriors are absolutely decimating the red base. Red has 4 warrior training huts and only manages to train 8 warriors, whereas yellow is rocking 3 warrior training huts and had 21, 27, whatever. A lot. And as you can see, these yellow warriors are doing exactly what they need to. They are tearing apart this base. Or are they? I mean, a few of them are in there. It feels like a lot of them are just in the base. Yellow's using his death time to place down a few more huts. Warriors trickling around everywhere. As red's in a position where he has been significantly weakened. 80 population now for red. And the hut numbers are even. Red gets caught fighting a ghost. Well-placed lightning from yellow secures the kill. So even though that red has double earthquake, he's not going to be able to do anything with it. 1 earthquake and 2 tornadoes coming in for our yellow player. Yellow struggling with a little bit of troop harassment. Almost dies to that warrior there, I suspect. Fire warrior is being a nuisance and is interrupting the shaman an awful lot. Oh, tornado to pick up the shaman, but it's just a second too late. The red shaman is still alive. There's a yellow brave in here. I don't know what that's about. Red building his, yellow building his 4th warrior training hut. He is now on path with warrior training huts for red. With red. Only I like yellows because they're all spread out. Reds are all here. Anyway, we've got a push from red into the defenses of yellow. Most of the towers have been filled, however. Red's going to throw down a swarm and then just earthquake the towers anyway. We've talked about emptying towers that you're then just going to earthquake anyway. Yellow shaman alive. Where is she going to go? These yellow warriors are still just constantly getting into red's base because most of these towers here aren't filled. Yellow's warriors are just being a nuisance. They're getting in everywhere. Red's working on his 5th warrior training hut. Why you keep building warrior training huts when you don't use the bloomin' things? 18 warriors for red, 21 for yellow. And into the drink goes red. Well placed light from yellow, and yellow looks like he's hunted down those warriors. He wants to get a good number of warrior kills by the looks of it. Don't think he has the spells to guarantee a large number of warrior kills. His warriors are doing multiple run-bys, and he makes the mistake of casting a spell while in battle with a brave facing the coast. You have to wait for the brave to turn around and push you from a different angle, or wait for yourself to win the melee. Or if you want to be super fancy, cast a spell, then have a Landbridge ready. So, yellow actually gets the better of red there. Red now on 2 warriors, yellow on 15. Red wasting one of his 2 earthquakes on a single tower. But for his luck, he gets a couple. All these warriors that are just AFK idle, and red struggling to kill them even though they're literally not moving. Yellow applying pressure to the red shaman. Oh, that looked like that should have killed. I don't believe in grid theory, says Marcus, somewhere in the distance, as red dies to the secondary light of yellow. And look at this. Red perhaps panicking and overcompensating. If yellow notices that red has shift-clicked every single fire warrior he has on him, the warrior attack could get in here. But shift-clicking every single fire warrior you own onto the shaman appears to have paid off. This time, because the yellow shaman does in fact die. Red shaman alive at 85 pop with 43 huts. Earthquake and a tornado in the chamber. Plenty of braves running around. They probably will go into warrior huts for training. Lightning from red. Red hiding in a tower. Gets the kill onto yellow. What is the next play? Yellow's warriors are still here. They're still doing damage, and I don't think red cares. Really, red should care. If they get into that fire warrior tower and empty that tower, then all of this is no longer defended. Red once again trying to push in the same path that he has pushed in multiple times before. He's once again pushing in core side. These warriors everywhere. Absolute aggressive trooping from yellow. As he fails to find the first light onto red, follow up with the second light, sending red into the water. Red wasting earthquakes on defense. Now yellow can just cover all of this in towers and this and even this, because this destroyed the hut. And in fact, the warriors that red sent to defend died to yellow's warriors. So yellow's still just running absolute chaos over here. And this is what you have to be careful about when you build in the second base. It spreads you thin. You've got to be able to defend it. Because if your population's over here, you take a pop hit when you lose it. And unfortunately, red hasn't had the game sense to do the exact same thing to yellow. Red keeps attacking down here, where all the towers are, where all the defense is, where the shaman respawns, instead of just going down here where there's like 2 towers. Lightning goes down, fails to find a mark as fire warriors start to push the shaman. Swarm cast directly on them. Oh, yellow shaman almost going for a bit of a swim. Fails to find the shaman with a retaliatory light. Lightning from yellow does secure the kill onto red, and this could be devastating. What spells does yellow have available to him? He has a firestorm, an earthquake, and a swarm. I still don't understand why yellow is opting to go down into this base. This base is pretty dunzo. The warriors have already done all the damage that could be done in this base. Don't use your big spells in this base, please. I mean, yellow technically did what I wanted there. He did not use his big spells in that base. So, I want to thank Ice for calling this out in chat, or Red stream sniping. Cheeky Git finally does the attack that he needed to do. So, Ice calls out nicely. Red just somehow died. I don't even know how. Ice called out nicely. One of the reasons you could go into this base if you've got Landbridges is you can get up onto this hill. Landbridge to here, Landbridge from here to here, and completely subvert all of this defense. Warriors from yellow have completely killed off this base now. And they're actually just starting to push in towards the middle. And it looks like yellow wants to do exactly that. Yellow's playing very, very smart. 166 pop to 95. So yellow's just slowly running away with this game, in fact. So there you go, there's the first Landbridge. Gonna connect to that warrior training hut, except for he fudged it. I don't know, we'll blame Inca. That was Inca's fault. So it looks like red is going to get into yellow's base and launch a counterattack. He almost dies to the warriors because he takes so long to blast, but here we go. This is what we talked about. Completely around the defense. Now, there's the firestorm, and that's a good firestorm. Tornado onto the fire warrior training hut as well. That's the only one that red has. Double earthquake going to come in for yellow. One earthquake. Where's the second earthquake going to be? Oh no. Yeah, yellow still does have an earthquake. I'm surprised he isn't using it. One deep earthquake from red, getting a couple of huts, and red's on top of one of the training huts, but it's not the same level as the damage that yellow has managed to deal to the red player here. Lava gets plenty of kills, in fact. $52 population, 51 population to 165. Yellow has as many warriors as Invisibility does population. Yellow takes game number 3. We are done with the second best of 3 for the Invisible Cup.